Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality T. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. Today we gotta get into Tasha K dragging Funky Dineva, y'all. Oh my gosh, she read him for filth on a video she did a few hours ago, y'all. And even Claudia Jordan caught some strays at the end, and we're gonna get into it, y'all. She called Funky Dineva a whole slew of insults, but that he's the ultimate self-sabotager. Called him UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. Did that little hand signal, the clock that fish, clock that tea thing. Don't know what that's about. I saw something about it on the blogs, but I never talked about it. Said that he's an enemy on a footstool. He talks a good game, talks about his degrees, threw shade unnecessarily at Michelle, ATL, and Brown, and felt that Funky Dineva is the most insecure, emotionally unstable man walking around. And how is it that he is the person that is walking around, trying to throw, all this shade and shouldn't be walking on glass and everything else when his own energy is so disturbed. And basically you have to be on eggshells around Funky Dineva or he loses his mind. Says that his energy is very disturbing. Says as well that, there's something wrong with him mentally, that if he is threatening to slap a woman, and that essentially you have to be on, you have to be sitting on ready. You have to be careful on what you say around Funky Dineva. You have to be careful on how you look and everything else. And because of his energy, he loses his mind. And so, the reason he's threatening to slap, because remember, and Tasha K talks about it, how he threatened to slap her because she did a video basically clowning him because he posted that picture on his Instagram where he had his pants down. And she talked about the baseboards and said that there was SHIT on the baseboards and that it was dirty. And she, in this video, called him, that the picture was nasty. She, quote, called him skinny burnt ankles, y'all, and said that he had SHIT streaks all over the wall and that he needed to Clorox wipe all of that down, claiming that he had shiplap and high gloss and all this other stuff when he needed the Clorox wipe. This is coming from Tasha K. And you're alleging, she said that Funky Dineva is alleging that he is Mr. Rich, but he allegedly needs a maid and needs to get the corners and the edges of that baseboard. And she said about Funky Dineva, when you are trying to be a woman and you are the main one bragging about how you sabotaged and ruined TGIF. And Tasha K said that he exclusively would personally tell her that he was Fox Soul, he was the face of TGIF, he was the star, and that he sabotaged Fox Soul and TGIF for a mere $200 in addition to his YouTube check, and that for him to be making on YouTube allegedly around $400,000, give or take, as a black man who is also LGBTQIA, that can do COKE according to Tasha K, whenever he wants, and then show up to the bar whenever he wants as well, according to Tasha K, with boogers in his nose, and is mad because Tasha K did that interview with Flame Monroe. Funky Dineva felt as though Tasha K should have had loyalty to him and everything else. And so now Tasha K feels as though, since Funky Dineva feels like he's wide open, he's got a man now and all of these things, that is allegedly loyal, that he's suddenly had this epiphany, suddenly has had this realization that YouTube is not paying what they used to. And I want to say that too, y'all. It is a bad month this month for YouTube, y'all. It is not good out here in these streets. It doesn't matter the thousands of views and things that y'all see. It is not a good month at all for YouTube across the board, y'all. Everybody's getting hit. Everybody's getting hit. I just wanted to say that. But also, Tasha K was saying YouTube's not paying what they used to pay. And Tasha K played the clip from that Funky Dineva episode that we had talked about here on the platform about Funky Dineva wanting to get the band back together and saying, you know, Claudia, you know, Al Reynolds, let's get together, let's pitch the show to the network. And that our ego got us down, and referencing how he had watched several episodes of Unsung and he never wanted to be that, he never wanted to be that, and he effed around and he became that. And so Tasha K is saying, you know, Funky Dineva is too late. Funky Dineva allegedly has been here for over 14 years. Now, there was some issues with Tasha K's live. Her live kept going in and out a few times. So if you were watching the replay, you didn't notice this as much. It was a pause. But what was happening is it was kicking people out of her chat. And I guess what happens is during a live stream, if enough people flag your video or try to report your video, it messes with your stream. And so Tasha K said that that's what was happening here, and that's why there's like a couple of pauses and things. And so nonetheless, Tasha K spilled some tea as well and said that Fox Soul was about to syndicate TGIF to be on network television, to be on several platforms. And that was around the time Funky Dineva was throwing a fit about his salary. And Tasha K was saying, you should have just waited it out and you could have renegotiated once you got officially on TV, but you were being arrogant and, you know, basically jumped the gun over the salary situation. And, you know, Claudia was the one that made everything happen for y'all. And you should have just, you know, wrote this out with Claudia and Al Reynolds. And so, you know, she said essentially what the studio was doing, this is according to Tasha K, was they were putting Claudia, Funky Dineva, and Al Reynolds in studio so that they were testing them out in studio. Because remember, they had been on Zoom all this time. They'd been on Microsoft Teams all this time and everything else. But to try to put them in an actual studio format for the show, similar to what y'all see for like Dish Nation and like The Breakfast Club and all of that, have them all physically there in studio and doing testing, you know, for the show, for the episodes, so the networks could approve it so that they could get picked up by more networks, which means more ratings, which means more advertiser money, which means more income and the bottom line. And so nonetheless, you know, that would have been the ultimate proof Funky Dineva would have needed to show, hey, here is my worth, here is my value. But Tasha K was saying that it was Claudia that had the clout, it was Claudia that had the connections and everything else, and he should have waited. And she gave props to Claudia Jordan that, you know, she worked her butt off, even though she made like a backhanded comment and said Claudia Jordan worked her light skin behind off. But basically said that Funky Dineva didn't have this type of clout, and he would have had to, according to Tasha K, would have had to, quote, bend over. But according to Tasha K, she's alleging that nobody, quote, wanted Funky Dineva to bend over for them. So according to Tasha K, now I don't know if more paperwork's going to come Tasha K's way or not, but Tasha K made this comment about Claudia Jordan needing to, quote, scratch her cap. This is all from Tasha K. This is not what I am saying. This is from Tasha K. This is on her video, y'all. And so, none of the less, Tasha K went in on Funky Dineva, going in on how you can, you know, how he was insulting Michelle Atalian Brown. Shout out to her. How Funky Dineva was trying to come for her on her degrees and her education and all this and that. And Tasha K was like, so what, you've got a degree and you call yourself educated and smart and all these things. but you blew, you know, almost $500,000 between a yearly, if you combine what you were making on YouTube at the time, as well as what you were making on Fox Soul, this would approximately been about $500,000 a year. You ruined all of that, and you got greedy. And Tasha K alleges that Funky Dineva got greedy because he allegedly needed more money, allegedly for his dealer. Shout what? And so, nonetheless, Tasha K said that we would not be here had you stopped being so greedy and you let the show take off and let yourselves get to syndication. And Tasha K called Funky Dineva the Latasha Scott of the group, the Tasha Scott from Escape of the group. You are the Tasha Scott that they've accused of stealing from the group and everything else. You're the one. You know, she shouted out Michelle Atalian Brown for helping Funky Dineva with his YouTube platform, for helping him get monetized. Tasha K also took credit for helping Funky Dineva get monetized again. And Tasha K says that Funky Dineva thought he was the lead singer of TGIF, and now you want to come back, you know, and you thought that you were worth more money than what you thought you were, and everything else. And Tasha K said you need to take your behind to therapy. And and Tasha K felt that Funky Dineva was full of it by saying that if Foxhole built it, I can build it up by myself as well. And Tasha K said that she heard allegedly that Funky Dineva's got a problem, that he's got a problem. And Tasha K then elaborated and said that she heard that he's got a Diddy problem, allegedly. That's from Tasha K. This is all on her YouTube, y'all. So then Tasha K says that, you know, Claudia, if another show comes down the pike, it should be Claudia Jordan. And then she called Armand Wiggins, Armand Ski Wiggins, y'all. Just the shade on top of shade on top of shade from Tasha K, y'all. Said Claudia Jordan, Armand Ski Wiggins, and Al Reynolds, and everything else. And then threw shade at Funky Dineva because she was like, how many talk shows have you had and they all get canceled or you're all fired from all of them? According to Tasha K. Tasha K said that Funky Dineva uses black women, all these black women that have allegedly helped Funky Dineva to get to the next level, that Funky Dineva turns on them and something goes wrong and you do all the black women wrong. And so then Tasha K shouts out Carlos King multiple times and says, shout out to Carlos King. And, you know, Tasha K calls Funky Dineva an idiot, calls him dumb, because Tasha K says that Funky Dineva has allowed Carlos King to take your show. And you swear that Carlos King is your friend. And you allowed your alleged friend, Funky Dineva, to steal your show, you dumb ASS, according to Tasha K. And so then Tasha K says, and I quote, that Carlos King has then got Claudia Jordan. And then she said, quote, another man of the LGBTQIA community. I'm not going to repeat what she actually said. And she said she got TGIF up and running on Monday nights, and Tasha K tunes in every Monday night and everything else. And she says, you know, with Carlos King's connections, he also sometimes brings in some TV people, some other reality TV colleagues on the show, while she throws shade at Funky Dineva and says, while Carlos King is outperforming you and is outdoing you on YouTube, you are sitting on YouTube on the green screen, sitting in the back with your nose all up in the camera. And according to Tasha K, that the people can see all the particles in the nose and all of the camera. And, you know, now all of a sudden, you want to bring back TGIF because you see... Because you see Carlos King, according to Tasha K, taking Claudia Jordan to new heights that she's not been before. Now, Tasha K says something salacious after this, basically trying to imply that Claudia Jordan has not gotten anywhere off of, you know, the success of her name, that she's had to do some other stuff to get there. But you can check that out on her platform, on Tasha K's platform. Nonetheless, then Tasha K wanted to speak on, because I guess allegedly she received a cease and desist from Claudia Jordan, and Tasha K said she's no longer going to be wiping her behind with cease and desist anymore after the Cardi B situation. And so she said that, you know, what happened was, she feels that Claudia Jordan needs to redirect the cease and desist to David Cunningham. He is the one who allegedly, according to Tasha K, has helped Claudia Jordan get into an apartment while on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that alleging that Claudia Jordan did not have the income to qualify, and Tasha K is bragging on her lawyers, saying her lawyers are from the Washington Post, the New York Post, and New York Times, and she's got 3 teams of lawyers that represent her who have also just helped her out with the Kevin Hart case. And so nonetheless, she said the issue, she said this David Cunningham person allegedly said that they made you fake bank statements and fake documents to make it seem like you had more money than what you did in order for you to allegedly qualify for this apartment for you to be able to film for Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she said that Claudia Jordan is making the wrong turn, and you know, she needs to file the cease and desist with the right people, y'all. So that is all that I have, you guys, for this video. I want to know what y'all think in the comments about Tasha K's drag, Funky Dineva. But I do want to say that we did say that once Funky Dineva saw the success, saw the numbers that Carlos King was pulling in with Claudia Jordan and Dustin, that this was going to happen. And they've been going for about a couple months now. And now Carlos King is even staying on lives longer with them in upwards of 2 hours. So they're just basking in a lot of the views and a lot of the success that Funky Dineva used to have with TGIF, but he took it for granted. So there's that. So we'll see whether or not he responds. But yeah, Tasha K dragged him up and down, dragged Claudia up and down, and gave kudos to Carlos King for basically repurposing TGIF. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.